Taylor Devices was founded by my father in 1955. The essential product line was that of devices for the absorption of energy. We specialized in the use of fluid-type energy absorbers and dampers. Wind damping systems for buildings and bridges of all types. The Torre Mejor project was the first new construction of a tall building that was using our seismic damping devices as the primary means of earthquake protection.
So one day we went up to Buffalo to Taylor Devices. We tested them on an impact and shock type loadings. We were happy that the load velocity behavior of both dampers is pretty much what we were designing for.
When I first was approached with this project, I looked at it and I felt like I was in love with it. The building is tall, slender, and knowing the seismic conditions of Mexico City, I thought it was going to be very difficult to make it true. So we turned to the idea of implementing in the building additional damping. So we talked to the people of Cantor Sanic Group and Taylor Devices. It's a beautiful piece of art, but that's an abstraction. We need to make it reality. A reality for the owners and a reality for the occupants.
DIS is the leader in seismic isolation, with over 250 building and bridge projects completed to date. As you see here, earthquakes caused considerable destruction to not only the structure, but also its contents. The shake table demonstration shows a building model that is not isolated. There is considerable damage to the contents. The same building is now isolated from the shake table and experiences much lower acceleration. Its contents are unaffected by the ground motion beneath it. The lead rubber bearing is made up of alternating layers of rubber and steel that provide high axial stiffness combined with low lateral stiffness. The lead core provides energy dissipation to absorb seismic motions. The isolators are typically installed under each column in a building and on the tops of piers in bridges. DIS has isolated several prominent historic structures. The most recent retrofit was the Utah State Capitol building with 273 isolators, as large as 45 inches in diameter, weighing 6,000 pounds each. Hospitals are excellent isolation candidates. An isolated hospital will be operational immediately after an earthquake because its contents will be undamaged. This is critical to saving lives after a disastrous earthquake strikes. The Xintian Hospital in Taiwan is currently the world's largest isolated building, with 1.3 million square feet of floor space. It will be surpassed in 2007 by another hospital in Taiwan with 1.7 million square feet of floor space, also protected by DIS isolators. This video footage is a prototype test for the Xintian Hospital. The 1.3 meter diameter bearing is displaced to 1 meter while supporting a load of 2,000 tons. The extreme performance of this bearing is achieved using advanced rubber formulations developed by DIS and by the incorporation of molding and processing techniques not normally used by the general rubber industry. Emergency centers and fire stations are popular applications of base isolation. The purpose of the emergency center is to be fully operational after an earthquake, to enable recovery efforts to commence immediately after a disaster. The building will allow city, state, and federal agencies to coordinate from one location. Condominiums are often isolated. The demand for them has been driven by their occupants who wish to live in safer, high-performance structures. Buildings that generate high revenue, such as computer chip.
0.6%.